The podcast show London to return, the latest from podnews.net with Climavores, the podcast for healthy food and a healthy planet. The podcast show in London has announced its return on May the 24th and 25th in Islington. The organisers have announced new features and events for the 2 days, including a preview night. Seeing loads of downloads from a mysterious app called Dalvik? You're not alone. They're all coming from Samsung Android phones, and we understand that the downloads are related to Samsung Free, the company's podcast app. We've identified the RSS user agent that those downloads are from. It's used by Samsung Free, but also used by others as well. And to help everyone, we've linked to best practice for RSS crawlers and user agents today. UK rugby star Sam Warburton has signed with Crowd Network's sports division, Crowd Sports. The nominees for the New Zealand Podcast Awards were announced. RNZ got 23 nominations, NZME achieved 19. The winners from the Audio Production Awards were announced. Our friends at Podbible went to the event. New today, weekly podcast stats from the Podcast Index to help us all spot trends in production. You'll find them exclusively in our newsletter, which you should be subscribing to at podnews.net. And this new feature would make a fine sponsorship for someone, even though I say so myself. And coverage of the Spotify exclusive show Tony and Ryan has got into the Daily Mail in the form of curiously concocted crockery controversy. In podcast news, Someone Knows Something was recently named one of the best true crime podcasts of all time by Rolling Stone magazine. In its most recent season, The Abortion Wars, host David Ridgen digs into the murder of a New York doctor killed for performing abortions. And in Pod News Weekly Review this week, Sam Sethi and me discuss the week's podcasting news. And we reveal that one bit of a previous show was actually recorded using a synthetic voice. This podcast is sponsored by Climavores. Climavores is a podcast for eaters who are trying to navigate the complex relationship between healthy food and a healthy planet. Hosted by journalists Tamar Haspel and Mike Grunwald, they explore the complicated, confusing and surprising relationship between food and the environment. From Postscript Media, listen to Climavores wherever you get your podcasts. And that's the latest from our newsletter. To read all the stories and subscribe, we're at podnews.net.